What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Monday, the 20th of September. From the heart of New Jersey, the joint is brought to you by DraftKings. UFC 266 is coming at you this weekend. Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. Oh, shit. And Volkanovski against Ortega. Oh, shit. DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC, has a tremendous fucking offer for you. DraftKings is going to give you $150 in free bets instantly. Just bet $1 on any fight before the main event. What did I say? Any fight before the main event, $1 gets you $150 in free fucking bets. Now, MMA isn't you. Don't worry about it. DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. They got great odds and promotions on football, baseball, the playoffs are coming up, golf, and more with a tremendous fucking casino. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. The best part is you can withdraw your cash whenever you want. Don't miss the action on UFC 266, and don't miss the action tonight. You got Green Bay against Detroit. I don't know what the line is. I don't give a fuck. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use promo code Joey tonight and bet $1 and you're going to receive $200 in football bets. Plus, if you bet $1 on the UFC, you get another $150 in UFC bets. That's $350 in a week they're giving away at DraftKings Sportsbook app. You got to be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Winning paid out and site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. You want to have a good time? DraftKings is the answer. But if you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But if you're ready to make some fucking geetus, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Whether it's the football, UFC, baseball, casino, blackjack, they got it all. Right now, download DraftKings Sportsbook app. DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code Joey. You understand me? Just use promo code Joey, whether it's football, UFC, or baseball. We're going to take care of you. The joint is also brought to you by my personal favorite, CBD Lion. They got you covered at every fucking angle. Do you understand me? Whether it's a CBD infused tape, the kinesiology tape, the strength cream, the 100 milligram cream, the pills, listen, they got it all. I'm over here fucking confused. I shouldn't be confused. They got it all. Go to CBDLion.com right now. Read the third-party lab results. Read about CBD, CBN, and how they can be an advantage to you. How they've helped me throughout the surgery and with this anxiety I've been going through. Right now, go to CBDLion.com, press in Joey, and get 20% off any product delivered to your house. The gummy bears with the melatonin are tremendous. The tincture is tremendous. CBD Lion has you covered. But it starts with you going to CBDLion.com and reading and ordering right now. Go to CBDLion.com right now and read about the tablets, the CBD menthol gel, which is fucking tremendous. The bath balls. Listen, enough. Go to CBD Lion. You're going to be as surprised as I was. Let's get this motherfucking party started. It's Monday. You ain't got time for chitter chatter.
Hey, how you doing? Come on in. Yeah, Joey's in the back.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Monday, September the 20th. Another fun-filled day here on Uncle Joey's motherfucking joint. It was a great weekend. I didn't do dick. I went to a couple softball games, my daughter's softball games. I watched some fucking football. I bet the Rams, same fucking shit. Now it's Monday night. Tonight I got fucking Green Bay against Detroit. I'm excited. Thank God for DraftKings for eliminating the boredom from my life. A $25 bet, and I have a great fucking time. I'm a loser, but sometimes I win on accident. For example, Saturday, my brother was going to the Yankee game, right? So he goes, I'm going to the Yankee game at 1 o'clock. I don't know who the fuck they were playing, Cleveland. So I wake up fucking Saturday morning. I got to go to the softball game at 9:30. Then I got to run home, go to the bathroom, and shoot back to the second game. I fucking do the first game. I run home. I check the computer. I check my emails. And I go, let me just see what the line is on the Yankee game. My brother's going. At least I'll have a good time, thinking about him. Listen, you can't bet the fucking Yankees. The Yankees are horrible. They're just fucking horrible. I've tried to watch them during the fucking week, and they're just missing something. Listen, I'm not a baseball fucking impresario, but I know when you're missing something. When I watch fucking San Francisco, that's a great team. When I watch the Dodgers, that's a good team. When I watch Milwaukee, Houston, they're good teams. The Yankees are missing something, right? So I'm like, even though I'm just betting $25, I'm not in business to throw away fucking money, So I said I can't bet the Yankees and I can't bet fucking Cleveland because I don't know if they're gonna show up or not. Who's gonna show? With the Yankees, you never know who's gonna show up. Fucking Willie Mays could show up, or like Uncle Joey could show up. I can't play baseball, so I said fuck it. The line was over on 10. Listen, if you got DraftKings, do me a favor. You want to win some quick money? I'll teach you how. Don't tell nobody you heard it here. You ready? You open up the lines for baseball. There's some inside information I'm giving you cocksuckers. You open up the lines for baseball. You see who's got a heavy over. Like, look at all the over and unders, right? For you people who don't know gambling, over and under is the total of the game. You could bet whether it's going to go over or it's going to stay under, right? Like, I'm the king of Sunday night football because I don't bet a game. I bet the total. And you go opposite of what they're thinking. So if you're going to bet two highly offensive teams, go the under. Because you've never seen a bookie with a part-time job. Everybody and their mother's going to bet that. So you might as well bet against the fucking grain and bet against everybody's betting on. That's how you win fucking Geetus. So I can't bet Cleveland. I can't bet the fucking Yankees. I go, what am I going to do here? I looked at the over and under. It was 10. Good. I fucking put $25 in. Listen, guys, just for the excitement. I forgot that my daughter had a game. I wanted to watch the game just for a little while, just to, maybe see him in the fucking front bleachers, wherever the fuck he was sitting. Next thing you know, I fucking put the over in. I forget all about it. I go to her game. I do a bunch of shit. I come home and I open up the computer. I won. I was like, holy shit. When I opened up the computer, they were winning 10-0. I hit the over just with the Cleveland Indians. They hit 10 over, so I was pretty fucking excited about that. That was my weekend. That's it. I watched Honeymooners Saturday night. Sunday, we went to the St. Gabriel's Carnival. Fucking tremendous. Listen, man, except for the fucking one guy, there was a guy that was running a ride that had a black eye. Let me tell you something. If you're working at a kids festival and fucking you got a black eye, it's not going to be. I remember when I was pulling my daughter in the gates and I saw his black eye, I was like, ugh. Like, what the fuck? Really? These carnival workers are getting... I mean, they hit the rock bottom with this. There was one carnival worker with a black eye, and then I looked at the other ride, and the motherfucker was out there surrounded with 20 kids smoking a cigarette like he was the world's most interesting man. I'm like, this is fucked up. And mothers were looking at him weird. Like, I didn't say, who am I to say something? I just looked at him and said, Jesus Christ, you're smoking a fucking cigarette out here? You're surrounded with 20 fucking kids, but... Those carnivals just get the worst fucking, they get the bottom tier of fucking people. Not that I'm some fucking Nobel Prize winner, but fuck. You don't see me showing up at places with a black eye and a missing tooth. That's when you know there's been a problem the week before. Well, it could have been the night before. Who the fuck gives a shit? The one thing that happened that was pretty interesting, Saturday night, I got a call from Eddie Bravo. I called him in the afternoon to check up on him, and he called me back Saturday night. We had a fucking great talk about shit, and it made a lot of sense because we'll get to where this story's going. You know, he checked in with me and we were bullshitting about that weed smells good. Jesus Christ. That's some fucking Zeke weed. That's Rocky Road from the Zeke family, only at motherfucking ice cream shop, cocksuckers. That's like 30%. They'll give you that dead eye. The other night I smoked some weed from Zeke. I had the dead eye. You ever get that dead eye? Like you can't fucking shake it and shit. I had dead eye from some weed. I didn't know what the fuck. It was like a half a fentanyl joint or whatever the fuck it was. I was fucked up. I had the dead eye. But anyway, I was talking to Mr. Bravo, my brother from another mother, and a lot of fucking shit happened this weekend, to be honest with you. A lot of mental shit that I had to break through. I'm doing a lot better, guys. I feel I can't tell you where I was, and I can't tell you where I am. You guys have to figure it on your own. If you have any doubts, just turn on this podcast from last October, November, December. I didn't know what was going on. My head was in my ass, and my mental issues were fucking bad. I didn't know what was happening, and, you know, you never want to admit your weaknesses, you know, but you have to. You have to look at your weaknesses and go, what the fuck? How do I make my weaknesses stronger, you know? And my weaknesses on this one was the move was a lot bigger than what I anticipated. You know, I lost a lot of friends with the move. I had to break a lot of patterns. You know, my adventure with my old friends here, you know, when you have old friends for 40 years, when you take a guy like me, my loyalty takes over. And I don't remember anything but the good things they did for me, you know, which is nothing wrong with that. And I stayed loyal to a lot of my friends here of you know, when I was a kid. A lot of you guys know that's no secret. And I stayed loyal to them because of what they had done for me growing up. But I stayed loyal to them over the years, not knowing the men and women that they had became, you know. So when I got back here, I was expecting the people from 1983, and I got the evolution of that, you know. So a lot of people changed, just like I changed. I'm not a thief anymore. These people were whatever they were in their lives, they were hustlers like me, whatever. They changed, and somewhere along the line, we just don't click anymore. I was very sad about that, but it's a part of life. It's a part of, that's what happens sometimes. You know, you can't keep all your friendships intact. You know, I have a couple buddies that had mental issues that it really fucked with me. You know, like I had the mental issues too, but they had mental issues that were like accusing me of robbing something, shit like that. I was like, no, this is too deep. You stole my picture in 1982. I can't deal with that. That was 40 years ago. I hope by now you got yourself a new picture, because Jesus fucking Christ, you know. So it was one of those weekends, you know. I realized that the thing with comedy was I said goodbye at the Comedy Store. I missed the Comedy Store. How can I not? How can I not? And why should I feel bad because I missed the Comedy Store? It was 23 years of my life. You know, take away 7, that's still fucking 16 years of your life. What do you think is going to happen? You ever have a job for 16 fucking years and quit? It overhauls your fucking brain, you know. So it was that was what was great about the weekend. You know, I went back to acupuncture, and that's been fucking great. She's, you know, I had to go back to what I was doing back there when I was feeling good. What happened when I got here? What was taken out of my life? What was put into my life? You know, what was removed from my life? I mean, all these different things I had to look at. And I was like, wait a second. I started feeling shitty when I stopped going to acupuncture. Maybe I should get back to acupuncture. I looked, I asked around. Dog, I found the right lady the first time. Knock on wood. Thank you, God, for hooking me up with her, because if you hook up with the wrong person, that's a fucking nightmare. She took care of me the first week. This week I'm going to do a little cupping, a little needling, get some circulation going, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. I'm just trying to stay healthy. I'm not worried about what's going on or what's not going on or vaccine passports. I don't give a fuck. I'm not traveling. I don't need to even think about that shit. I'm going to stick around, mind my business, and get stronger, get healthier. The book is going fucking just great. You know what's crazy? That I could tell how much my life changed by writing this book, because I got to be honest with you, the first fucking 8 chapters, it gets uncomfortable to write, guys. I wish I could tell you that it's fun to write about your fucking life. It's not. You got to think back, and you got to drag dogs through the mud again, and it sucks dick. There was mornings when I was on the phone with her, and I'm like, why am I telling this fucking story? This is horrible. Whether it's finding my mother, or dead on the floor, or fucking seeing somebody get shot. These are all horrible stories. But now I'm starting with comedy. Like we're talking about the beginning of comedy, and I could tell the difference in the chapters. I could tell that my happiness was picking up. It's been a fucking nightmare and a pleasure doing this fucking book. It jaunts my memory. It brings me back to different situations. Some of them I don't want to think about, but some of them you have to look at and go, fuck, I learned a lot from that fucking situation. You know, I learned a lot. So back to the conversation with Eddie Bravo when he called me the other night. I was happy to hear from him. You know, we were just talking. He was in Kansas City on Friday, and that's why when I saw the picture that he was doing a seminar and giving somebody a black belt, I said, let me give this fucking guy a call. You know, I had a great week altogether with so many different fucking facets. So I fucking saw that he was in Kansas City, and I go, I fucking miss Eddie. You know, just the conspiracies and all that shit. They're fucking hysterical. So I call him up in the daytime. I get no answer. He calls me back Saturday night. I think I'm watching the fucking UFC Saturday night. No bets on the UFC. I didn't even know half the fucking people. I knew Rachel Pennington. That was it. I'm getting fucking old. And we were talking, and he was saying that he was in Omaha, Nebraska. He wasn't at the Funny Bone. He was at a different club. He was with Sam. They were doing their tinfoil hat stuff. And he was saying that, you know, he's happy to go up on stage, that he's not expecting anything. No, you know, it's like me with the guitar. I love playing it because there's no expectations. I'm not looking to get on HBO with the fucking guitar. I'm not looking to get in a band. I can't even play the guitar standing up. That's how bad I am. I got to sit the fuck down like a country folk fucking singer, you know? But that's what it is. I'm not good. My fingers, you know, are everywhere, you know, but I stick with it. It's therapeutic, and I fucking enjoy it, you know? I never really hung out with a guitar player. Like, I never really hung out with a guitar player. So what Eddie was saying to me basically was that, you know, he had just gotten on stage. He opened up for Sam, and Sam was on stage killing. He put the phone out for me to hear Sam and shit. It was great. And when I was talking to Eddie, he goes, you know, what did I expect? He goes, all those years I hung out with you and Joe and Ari and Duncan, and I listened and I sat back. I mean, I gotta say, I think Eddie went on the road with us for maybe 3 or 4 years. This is when we had the Entourage fucking tour. You know, it was Joe, me, Duncan, Red Band, Tate, Eddie, you know. So when you're around it so much and you hear about it, it's like Eleanor. Eleanor was around it for so long. Once she got into it, she picked it up like nothing because she'd been around it. She heard people complaining about it. She picked up all the idiosyncrasies of comedy. You know, that's what you have to cut through the fucking chase, you know, sometimes. Sometimes you might try comedy and it might not work out for you. But then you start talking more comedy and you get like a different experience. You watch it more. And now when you try it again, it'll work out for you, you know. Never quit. Never say, well, I'm not going to do it because it's not working out for me. But that's what he was saying. He goes, you know, it's crazy how I picked up all those things just from hanging out with you guys all those years and then watching you. Going to the store and watching you. Eddie was always at the fucking store all those years, just watching and watching. And, you know, it's I never even thought about it. You know, I never even thought about it. It's like me getting a job at it's like when I worked at my mother's bar, you know, when I was a kid. It wasn't an official job. It wasn't like I had to be there from 3 to 9. I would just go in, and there was no kids around. I would do some fucking work. But while I was there, listening to music, listening to fucking this guy talking, different entertainers coming in. I would take the fucking conga drums and play. That's all part of my entertainment experience. So I had been entertaining people since the beginning of fucking time. I didn't even fucking know it. I don't even know what fucking entertainment is. So when I was talking to Eddie, it was funny because I said to him, Eddie, it's interesting that you called. And the other reason why I was thinking about Eddie is I took a private. I finally took a fucking private. One of my friends came down. He's a brown belt, and he brought some mats with him, and we went in the fucking garage at his house, and we fucked around a little bit, and we rolled. I was out of breath. I almost died. I was busy, but I got to tell you something, man. I fucking miss it. My legs were fucking sore. My lower back was hurting, but it's so weird that I hadn't swept anybody. I hadn't had a man on top of me. I hadn't been on top of anybody. It's going close to 20 fucking months. 21 months I haven't rolled or anything. Nothing. Not a hip escape. No, nothing. When we did like stationary hip escapes where you don't fucking go down the mat. I mean, it was in the fucking garage. What was I going to do? 3 hip escapes and then turn around? So I did a couple hip escapes, and then we just practiced like a fucking a hip bump sweep, just to get my legs going. That's why my legs are so fucking, I wanted to see how the brace worked on my right knee. I had to put 2 braces on there. I can't fucking kneel down. But it's so crazy how I thought I was in really bad shape. B, I would be really winded. And C, I wouldn't remember anything. Listen, after the first time that he swept me and my balance was off, after I got my balance again and shit on the mat, I was really impressed with what I did. I was very fucking impressed. After 20 months, not remembering, not even and I don't do shit. I watch a Hadji Gracie video once a week. Some nights I'm bored and I just watch my fucking jiu-jitsu idol, Hadji Gracie, do his fucking thing. So it was funny. My buddy fucking helped me out. I was over there. It was like a 45-minute. We rolled like 2-3 minute fucking rounds. Nothing. I just wanted to get back going, see if I could even hip escape, see if I could even move on the mat. Listen, I'm no Eddie Bravo. I'm no Hadji Gracie. I'm no Joe Rogan. But I have to go to jiu-jitsu, and I'll tell you why. I need a hobby. I don't have any fucking interest. My wife asked me this. She goes, can I ask you a question? I've been with you for 21 years. What are your interests? And I go, drugs. I don't know. I don't have any fucking interest. That was my weakness in life. I have no interest. Maybe you collect stamps. Maybe you collect butterflies. I don't know. Maybe you collect cars. Maybe you work on cars. I have zero fucking aptitude for anything. Zero. Do you understand me? Zero. I really want a maitre d' job. I don't know anything about fucking wines. And I don't even want to know nothing about wines. I don't like people who drink wine. I'm sorry. I hope I don't offend nobody. You wine drinkers drive me crazy with your fucking vineyards and whatnot. But I'm sorry. I'm also an old man. I'm sure I drove you crazy with my reefer talk and all that shit. So I get it. But I'm not a fucking wine dude. Wine people drive me fucking crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. Especially in New Jersey. I don't know. I was gone for 30 years. All of a sudden people drinking wine. Where's the Bud Light? Where's the Miller? Where's the radioactive beer here? All of a sudden, they're a bunch of wine drinkers. Now, I'm going to a vineyard in Jersey. I didn't know there was any fucking vineyards in Jersey. But I wouldn't be too fucking happy about drinking a fucking grape out of this motherfucker. I don't mind the tomatoes, but, I'm not a wine fucking drinker, so I can't do that. I can't fucking work. I could get a job with the felony. I did find that out. Like, some corporation could hire me. They got second fucking chance, whatever the fuck it is for people. I'm thinking about doing something like that. But I have zero interest. I have zero experience in anything else but mixing drinks, which I don't want to fucking do at my age now. I can't imagine being at a bartender and dealing with fucking drunk people at this point now. I can't do that now. Listen, I would love to fucking learn how to lay brick now or whatever. I'm too fucking old. I gotta carry bricks and shit. I'll die. I'm 58 fucking years old. I'm 2 years from fucking 60, and I'm looking to start a new fucking career. I really am. I'm looking to do fucking something. Yeah, somewhere along the line, I'll get back on stage and I'll crack some jokes by the time we get to Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? If you're waiting for me to fucking get on stage, don't hold your fucking breath. I just don't see it. I don't see the organic in it. You never know. I might just pop up on stage Wednesday night and tell a fucking story somewhere, but it's doubtful. Don't expect it. Right now, you're all looking at your calendars. Where's it going to be? Nowhere. I'm just fucking with you guys. But it's the truth. I don't see it fucking happening. But I got to pick up something. I got to do something else with my time. I got the podcast twice a week. I got my daughter. I take her to kickboxing. You know, I'm a fucking chauffeur all of a sudden. I take her to fucking, I go to her baseball games. I go to her events this afternoon. I'll catch up with them after school. You know, I try to do the best I fucking can. But there's something missing from my life. So I got to do something. I got to figure out a fucking gig. So I got to figure out something. I'm a little bored. I can't lie to you people. I'm a little lonely at times. You know, I'm surrounded with kids and parents. You know, I'm still a fucking savage from time to time. I still have savage fucking thoughts from time to time. So, you know, so I got to do something. So I figured the best way to get out and meet people, you know, I don't want to meet people in a fucking bar because that's not what I want to do. I think I'm just going to join a jiu-jitsu school. So that's what I came up with in my mind. I was just going to take privates with a friend of mine. But then I called my friend Alberto Crane. Guy used to be on the podcast a lot. He's a badass tactical fitness guy, tick fat, whatever the fuck they call it, tac fit. I don't fucking know. So on my days off in the gym sometimes, I actually get the club bells and just to work out, whatever. So I called Alberto the other day. I think it was like Thursday. I called Alberto and I'm like, so this is fate. You know what I'm saying? I called Alberto and I'm talking to him about, you know, tick fat, my wrist. You know, he always helped me work on my wrist to open them up. So when when you're in jiu-jitsu and you're on your back, you want to frame up or whatever, you want to get up and put this hand down to do a hip bump or whatever, a hip bump sweep, whatever the fuck they call it. I'm sorry for you jiu-jitsu people that are watching it and you're like, what the fuck's he talking about? You know, the hip bump when I grab the arm and I'm trying to bump him that way from a closed guard. So I called him just to see what type of exercises, whatever. And we were talking. He goes, listen, can I call you back? I'm getting ready for the Rose Gracie fucking seminar. And I'm like, Rose Gracie? Rose Gracie has a school close to my fucking house. Are you fucking serious? So he goes, yeah, Rose Gracie's here. He goes, do you want me to talk to him for you? I go, well, I'm going to do privates with this other guy just until I get my bearings back. You know, I'm going to start again this Wednesday. But I'd love to fucking join Rose's fucking school. So I guess I'm going to fucking go to Rose's school in Old Bridge. I you know, not right now. I'm going to just do a couple more privates the next couple weeks, get my footing under me. You know, Monday I got weights. Tuesday I got acupuncture. Wednesday I got my private. Thursday I got dick. Friday I got weights again. I try to lift twice. And then Saturday and Sunday I fuck around the garage and I hit the bag. But again, that's something I do by myself. I got to figure out something I could do with, listen, man, when you join jiu-jitsu, I'm going to tell you something. My good friends in L.A., the people I miss the most in L.A. are all jiu-jitsu people. From Matt Baker to Brett over at Subconscious to Alberto Crane. You know, yeah, I miss a lot of my comedy friends, but I miss a lot of my jiu-jitsu buddies in L.A. Jiu-jitsu was very fucking good to me. I don't know if you guys have ever even gone to a jiu-jitsu gym, whatever, if you're ever bored or tired or whatever the fuck you are, if you're looking for something to do. I'll tell you, man, when I joined jiu-jitsu, the benefits for me of jiu-jitsu, the real benefit, was pulling me away from the Hollywood mentality. That stupid fucking Hollywood mentality you guys see and shit like that. I was a comic, but I wasn't involved in the comedy mentality. I was hanging out with jiu-jitsu guys. You know, when I would go to breakfasts and stuff, I would see Brett a lot. I would see Alberto a lot. I would see Joey Alvarado a lot. I would see a guy I used to do jiu-jitsu with, Nick Papadakis, that he does the sticks. He's a black belt in the sticks. He trains with the Dog Brothers and all that shit. I was friends with him. I spoke to these guys. These guys kept my powder dry. Comedians were my friends. But the jiu-jitsu guys, John Salami, Ricky Rocket from Poison, these were all my jiu-jitsu friends, you know. I mean, when I was with Ricky Rocket, we wouldn't even talk about fucking music or Poison or Bret Michaels or why he wore the bandana. We didn't talk about any of that shit. We talked about fucking jiu-jitsu, like, you know. And I enjoyed it. You know, I still talk to Hegan on the phone from time to time. So for the last fucking year, I've been sitting here doing nothing with my time, staring at two gis that are in the closet. You know, I had like 22 fucking gis. People were giving me gis. I gave a bunch of them away. I kept the Machado gi that my cousin gave me. And I kept my subconscious gi out of respect for fucking Brett. And I also kept all my Alberto Crane stuff because I love him with all my heart also. But that's going to be the fucking key for me, I think, is for me to join a jiu-jitsu school, maybe go twice to start off with, do weights twice a week, and do jiu-jitsu twice a week. You can't fucking beat that, you know. So I was really in fucking shock on how well I did, and I have a plan now. And I'm happy you guys got to witness it. You know, you always hear stories about people like, oh, he did this, he did that. No. On this situation, you guys witnessed me making this comeback, me going back to fucking speaking correctly, being funny, having a look on my face. You know, yeah, I got healthy over the year and I quit the reefer and I came back to it and blah, 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 blah. But what really fucking happened? That's what happened. The move destroyed me. You know, the Comedy Store destroyed me. You know, I'm happy that I nailed these things down. For a long period of time, I was walking around knowing something was bothering me, but I didn't know what the fuck was bothering me. I had no fucking idea. Now I knew what was bothering me. It was basically rediscovering new friends, fucking, you know, the move, no more cryotherapy. Like, I was left with my dick in my fucking hand. Like, I had this full fucking day, 7 days a week in LA, and all of a sudden I moved to Jersey and I had to restart again, little by little. And listen, it took me a fucking while between the anxiety, my fucking teeth, my knee hurting. You know, I ran into a fucking wall of injuries, which happens from time to time. I didn't let myself go under. I was a little depressed at times, but, you know, the weights pulled me out. My daughter pulled me out. I'm grateful for her that, you know, when whatever the little depression I was going through at the time, I would look at her and go, how can I be fucking depressed? I got the world by the fucking balls, you know? And that's the main thing, you know? You have to really, like Saturday, for example. You know, Saturday, we had the baseball game, and then I came home, the Yankees, and then my daughter played the 2 games. Then after that, I went on my merry way, and they went on their merry way. You know, they wanted to go to the carnival. A bunch of little girls went. And I was alone. I was alone for maybe 4 hours. Me and my wife decided, don't worry about dinner. I'm on my own tonight. I went over and got a nice little pastrami sandwich and a nice knish from my Jewish friends. They hooked me up when I'm fucking lonely. I ate a little sour fucking pickle. Tremendous. Little water, no chips, no nothing like that. I'm still watching my weight. And I came home and I was like, you know what, man? I'm fucking lonely. I'm alone, you know? And I was like, but wait a second. See, this is where I've changed, and this is going to help you guys at home too, because this is what we never fucking do. And I started doing it when I moved here, because I started hearing people complaining. They're complaining about Jersey, and I'm like, time out, bitch. I just came from fucking California. You got something to say about Governor Murphy? I ain't going to fight with you. But why don't I give you a fucking plane ticket to California, and you could go hang out with Newsom for a couple weeks, and then get back to me, bitch. Then get back to me, bitch. You know, that was my big thing. Like, I don't like, you know, we don't ever see the big picture. Me included. I am the biggest fucking guilty fuck around this. But yesterday, for the first time, I've been doing it since I moved here. Like, people say something and I go, oh, this pizza was cold today. Obviously, you haven't been to California, where the pizza sucks fucking everywhere. Even if the pizza's cold here, at least it has some flavor to it. I'm not tasting fucking mozzarella cheese that's not even real mozzarella fucking cheese. It's like mozzarella fucking goat cheese or some shit. So I'm grateful for what's in front of me. Me doing those grateful things, what we were talking about the other day with Catherine Narducci, which was a great podcast, and it also brought me back to smelling the grass and having this talk with you guys, was being grateful for what you have right now. So yesterday, yes, I was a little bored. I was thinking Saturday, I was like, maybe I'll go see the accountant. I was going to go see the Black Crows. I called a friend of mine when my wife was gone. I go, fuck, I'm close to the PNC Center. Why don't I just go see the Black Crows? Jimmy Florentine said I could pick up fucking lawn tickets for $20. They're doing the concert from cover to cover, the first album, which is a great fucking album. Hot to handle, whatever the fuck. And I'll hang out. I called my buddy Guy. He couldn't do it. I must have called like 3 people. And they couldn't fucking do it. So I said, Mike lives in Philly. He would have fucking
Shut
done.
up. I'll come anywhere.
Really?
Fuck yeah. You just gotta call me, dude.
You would have gone to the concert?
Yeah.
I thought you had plans with your family. That's why I didn't call.
Back in the afternoon. It would have been cool, but yeah.
Yes, it was like a 7:30 show. Yeah. It's 20 minutes from my house. I don't have to go all the way to MetLife. It's easy. You could park. You're out of there in 10 minutes. Somebody told me it took them 30 fucking minutes to get out of the Meadowlands. The night of Guns N' Roses, an hour and a half or something, 30 minutes, an hour and a half. I can't deal with that shit. I would have a fucking heart attack. So, but I couldn't find anybody, like, in time. I didn't think about it I know why I didn't call you, because I didn't think about it till late. I had forgotten. My wife was gone. My wife left at like 4, and I'm sitting here. I ran some errands. I had to go to the supermarket. I had to go to the pharmacy. I ran some errands. I'm like, maybe I should go see the fucking Black Crows tonight. The Black Crows are fucking hot, and something's going on. They need money. They sound fucking good. So I think the 2 brothers got back together. Remember, they didn't talk to each other for a long time. Things are bad all over. COVID's a motherfucker. Cocaine is a bitch. So fucking, they're talking, they're fucking jumping up and down, they're skipping rope, they're going on walks, everything's fine. When you're low on cash, you get along with a motherfucker real fucking fast to get your chicken cutlet fix. So I got you, dog. So I was going to go see the fucking Black Crows. I was like, man, I couldn't find nobody to go see the Black Crows. And I got depressed for 1 minute. For 1 second, I go, man, I got no fucking friends. I go, whoa, I'm feeling a lot better. I brought myself back from the fucking crypt. Because I was in a fucking crypt, guys. I really was. I'll never forget when my friend Brian came over here. He was managing me for a while, and he came downstairs when I was recovering from the fucking knee surgery. And we were talking, man to man. I love Brian. It's like the way I talk to Mike or the way I talk to Lee. And I looked at him and I go, there's nothing I really want to do. And he was talking about all these big plans. Well, we'll start this tour and this. And I'm like, it's not happening, guy. Well, don't you want to do this? Not really. Don't you want to do this? Not really. And that's when I realized I had the beginnings of fucking depression. I called Ari. Ari had gone through it before. And I'm like, something's going on with me. I don't fucking feel right, And the best advice he told me was the gratitude thing with Steve Simone. Just wake up in the morning, tell yourself 5 things you're grateful for. And I'll tell you what, man, I've been doing them ever since I talked to you guys about it on the fucking podcast. And it's worked fucking miracles, man. I mean, when I first started this podcast with Mike, if I had to describe it to you guys, my insides were like cloudy, dark clouds. You ever see dark clouds outside? That's what it felt like. Those puffy ones, that's how I felt like, man. I was getting up out of bed. I was showering. I was doing what I had to do. I just was not feeling. I didn't have control of my thoughts. It was just horrible. So compared to how I felt, compared to how I feel now, it's $1 million fucking dollars, and I'm very grateful that I fucking did it, and I walked the walk, and I journaled, and I did what I had to fucking do. You know, I have no fucking regrets about comedy or anything. Let me tell you something. 3 nights ago, I was waiting for my wife to come downstairs, and I was just scrolling through the TV, and I hate to talk about it again, but the Rick James documentary was on. And it was starting from the beginning. And I watched the first, 30 minutes. My wife even said, I didn't watch this part. Let me watch it with you. And we were watching the first 30 minutes of it. And there's one thing I'm very grateful for that I did in my comedy career that a lot of people don't do, and they can't really look in and say that they did, was I really put the work in. One thing that I realized about Rick James when I watched that documentary, why I enjoyed it so much, why I pushed it on you guys, you know, was because I related to that documentary in so many ways. I related to him being a criminal at times. I related to him running numbers when he was a kid. You know, I did that. I related to when they called him a survivor, because I was a survivor at times. You know, when I first got to LA in 97, I wasn't making no money as a comic. If you want me to lie to you and tell you the truth, I was getting, you know, like when you get algorithms, like I was getting big burst of money and then nothing for 6 months. Big burst of money and then nothing for 6 months. Like I had booked like a commercial, shit like that. But when I would, on those down ends, guys, I'm not going to lie to you, I sold coke. That was what I did. I did whatever I had to do to pay the rent, not to let my wife down, not to let my friends down. They didn't know. Rogan didn't know. Red Band didn't know. A lot of people didn't know. These were deals I was cutting in the side. I still remember selling an agent a pound of weed, like every week. He was my agent like in 99, 2000, and 2001. His name was Greg, a real fucking slimy fuck. I was selling him a pound of fucking weed, and I swear to God, I still remember pulling away and going, where are the cops? Like, where's the undercover fucking cops? Where are they to fucking, where the fuck are they to fucking arrest me? I mean, I was doing some wild shit from 97 to 2000, 2001. Whatever I had to do to pay the fucking bills. It didn't matter to me. You know, I sold coke, I sold pot, you know, I did a lot of fucking shit, you know, and that was what it was. When I started comedy in 91, I wasn't working. After, you know, I divorced my wife, I lost my job as a roofer. What the fuck do you think I was doing? Yeah, I hosted a car wash. I delivered Chinese food, which I'm thinking of doing again. I went to get some Chinese food the other night, and they're looking for a part-time driver. And I asked the lady, just not to let her know that I'm a loser, I go, hey, I have a nephew that's looking to drive. What nights do you need a driver? She said, like 3 nights a week. I got deliveries all around here. She goes, yeah, pretty much. I go, all right. So I'm going to go again maybe Tuesday. If the sign's still up, I'm going to fucking apply. I got a clean license. I just need something a couple hours a night just to get me out of the house, just to giggle a little with people. I would love to see people's faces when they open up their front door and it's me delivering their fucking Chinese food. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring some fucking reefer with me, give them a little bud. You know, take this with you. For that. Thank you for ordering Chinese food from Uncle Joey. That's why I want a maitre d', because I told the one restaurant, I go, listen, I'll twit that shit. I'll tweet that shit that I'm maitre d' in here. I have people in this motherfucker every night. I'll be doing 5 minutes a night. In the middle, the guy's like, well, you have no wine experience. Well, what am I going to do? It looks like I'm not going to be a fucking maitre d'. But that's the main thing that I enjoyed, that I'm really proud of. There's something that's really, I think, that's made me different than a lot of the people I was hanging out with. And not in a bad way. And I'm not saying that a lot of them didn't do this. I could tell you a lot of people who I saw with my own eyes bust their fucking hump. The biggest one being Bill Burr. Bill Burr's a hard worker. I knew Bill from 97, man, and that dude worked. Bill is where he's at because of his work ethic. You know, Rogan's got a tremendous work ethic, you know. So many people have had a great work ethic. But I'm going to tell you something. Part of my success, part of my happiness today, it's like Sinatra said, I did it my fucking way. After watching that Rick James doc again the other day, you know what I thought of? I thought of all the things I had done. I've done voiceovers. I've created shows. I've done stand-up. I'm a storyteller. I've done television. I did fucking General Hospital. Can you fucking people believe Uncle Joey did General fucking Hospital? You're like, Joey, come on. Stop pulling my leg. That's right, bitch. Benjamin Brott, Noah fucking Drake, what's his name? Jesse's girl, that good-looking dude. What's the guy who molested a bunch of chicks from fucking, he was in every fucking TV show, and now he got in trouble. He had an acting class. Him and the pot smokers that did Pineapple Express.
Oh, Danny Masterson.
No, that's the 60s.
Oh, yeah, that's a new show.
That motherfucker's going to jail for rape.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Well, those dudes, what were I talking about anyway? I forget now. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. We're going back to the old days when I used to get so high. I can't remember nothing, but I didn't get high today. I can't get high in the daytime. Holy fuck. I tried it 2 weeks ago. Cannot do it. It's over. But my nighttime highs, oh my God. I got so stoned last night. I had to go in the garbage Saturday night and take the half Kanish that I threw away out of the garbage. That's when you know you're fucking stoned, my friends. I told you Saturday night my wife went to the fucking thing, and I had 4 hours alone. I go, you know what? I'm going to go eat dinner with the fucking Jews. I got a pastrami, and I said, let me get a Kanish. I'm not going to eat the whole fucking thing. I usually eat half, and I put a half away from my wife. I said, you know what? I don't want the rest of the Kanish. It was fucking good. Sometimes when something's too good, I just throw it away because I know I'm going to fucking finish the whole thing. And the Kanish is like 10 points. I didn't have 10 points left, so I only ate half of it. Sorry, Charlie. Saturday night, I got so fucking stoned. I had to go upstairs to the kitchen, go in the garbage, and I'm like, please, tell me I put the Kanish back in the container. Because sometimes I just throw them back in the bag. I actually put it back in the container. And then I fucking threw it in the bag. Thank God. I went in that garbage. I took the container out. The Kanish was cut right in half perfectly. I put it in the nuka for 3 minutes, not even 10 seconds. And I put a little fucking brown mustard on it. I slept like a fucking baby, you understand me? That fucking Kanish had Valium in it like a motherfucker. That's why I love the Jews. Memories of Auschwitz. They don't fuck around, Jack. You can't sleep, we got the recipe for you, cocksucker. But anyway, I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. It's fucking Monday. It's a beautiful day to be alive. We have a great fucking week coming up. Laughing Gas is back, bitch. Unfucking real. They're back. They're fucking selling. And we're going to go into some new stores in San Diego and shit. If you have a motherfucking dispensary and you want Uncle Joey's authentic, real Laughing Gas in there from the ice cream shop, contact the ice cream shop. They will put it in there, and they will also put you on my personal Laughing Gas fucking Instagram page for everybody to see, and I will mention you motherfuckers weekly on the podcast to let people know where my weed is at. So attention, San Diego, within about 2 to 3 weeks, you'll have Laughing Gas there. You won't have to fucking get the roller skates on and go up to Studio City, all right, cocksuckers? You know Uncle Joey's taking care of you. Wednesday night is the premiere of the motherfucking Many Saints of Newark. I'm very excited. You know, a couple of my friends bought tickets. You know, they're paying all the dough to go to the movie theater. It's a shame we can't sit together. I mean, they're only giving me 2 tickets. You know how that goes, people. Especially now with COVID, they're scared that, but it's okay. They're going to charge everybody else to go in there. So it's going to be a brain fuck, but I don't give a fuck. I'm looking forward to it. You know, man, after last week's episode with Catherine, I realized what this haul was. This was it for me. This was You know, I've shot 3 things since I shot The Sopranos. And I'm happy I shot them, but I'm kind of not. Because I really wanted to end everything with The Many Saints in Newark. Just for me. Just for me to say, after that I bowed out. But it's too late now. I did the Apple show. I did Greg Garcia's show, Sprung. And it's, I don't give a fuck. It's work. I got to keep fucking working. But I'm very proud of this movie, guys. And I'm very proud I was in it. And all that hard work I did in the beginning, you know, like I was telling you guys, when you look at somebody's history, you know, like when I was telling you guys about Rick James working with Emerson, Lake and Palmer, the guy Robert Palmer, and he worked with Neil Young, and he knew the guys from the band, Robbie Robertson, and all those guys. He also knew the chick, I forget what her name is. He was friends with her, a Canadian girl, Joni Mitchell. You know, he had done, you know, it reminds me of me in Seattle with Josh Wolf and Brody and Tana Manu and fucking, you know, Mitch Hedberg and all those guys up there, you know. That little, you know, me and Mike always talk about open mics for musicians, you know. It's so important. It's so important. It's like daycare for a toddler. You know, like when your kid, seriously, you know, when your kid hits 2, you're like, fuck, we got to get him some social fucking skills. He has to learn how to share. You know, yeah, he's got a cousin, but the cousin's half fucking retarded. You could leave him with the cousin half the day, but that don't work. His aunt's a fucking retard. The uncle's an alcoholic. Whatever the fuck. It's the same thing with comedy. Yeah, you should be in a comedy club, but you should also be, you know, at bars doing comedy at the lowest fucking levels. That on the way home you're like, I can't believe I was in there. What is going on with my fucking life? You know, that's how you should feel. But that's okay. You have to. At least you could tell somebody I played it. Listen, how bad did I feel when I used to do the bus rides? You had to get on a Disney bus from fucking Secaucus, New Jersey to Port Authority in New York and do stupid fucking jokes for people. How bad would I fucking feel? Do you have any fucking idea how bad I would feel? I'd feel pretty fucking shitty because I was getting paid to eat a bag of dicks. I get it. But you're not eating a bag of dicks. You're gaining experience. So when you go on to do other things and somebody hires you, you don't make a fucking jerk out of yourself 10 years later. I'm as experienced as it gets. And I am very proud of that. It's like when you read about somebody like Prince that played every instrument on a fucking song. Like he played every instrument on a fucking song. That's putting in the fucking work. That means he did it. I'm going to tell you who else does that. As crazy as he is when he makes his music, Eddie Bravo plays every fucking instrument. The drums, the piano, the fucking skin flute, whatever the fuck you got, Eddie's playing, you know. And that was me. I'm very proud of that when it comes to me, that I did it all. I dove in there. You know, I remember doing Marin. I'll never forget when Marin called me and he goes, I have an episode for you, blah, blah, blah. To me, it was going to be like, you know, I learned my lines, whatever. But as I was shooting it, the way I dove into the character, when I got in my car and drove away, if you don't think I was blown away fucking impressed, you got another thing coming. I was fucking blown away. I'm like, where did this come from? Oh, the 3 years of acting class. I'm exaggerating. I didn't go to acting class for 3 years. I went to acting classes for like 5 months. You know, the fucking 5 months acting classes. Plus, yeah, if you look at my IMDb, there's 50 fucking movies on there. But guess what? I didn't learn shit on those fucking movies. I'm lying to you. I learned the shit on all the fucking college movies I did, which you guys will never see and never get to see. I must have done 25 college fucking films, and guess what? All of them sucked. I don't have a reel from not one of them. How many short films did I do? I had to be fucking 20, 30 short films. You know how many of those reels I have? I don't want nobody to see that shit. That shit was terrible, but I was in the process of learning. And I didn't even fucking know it. I was getting frustrated, but there was no reason to get frustrated. I was gaining experience, and that's what got us here today. All that experience put into one. And I even use it towards the podcast at times. There's times I do things and I go, where did I fucking learn that? Oh, episode 3 of fucking whatever. Of My Name is Earl. You know, that's where I get my fucking chops from. And I'm very fucking proud of that. That's one thing I've always been fucking proud of, man, that I put in the work and nobody could ever take that away from me. So if you get anything from this podcast on a Monday morning, what I was trying to say in this podcast that I couldn't was that put in the fucking work. You know, never mind the universal take care and all those cliche terms I use. Never mind that. Put the fucking work in. There's a guy on my Patreon. His name is John. Every week, this guy is doing something different. And I admire him. Like this week, he did something like he was a warm-up at a fucking college fucking football game. You know, last week, he did a short film. The week before that, he worked a fucking theater play. The week before that, he did a commercial. You know, he's probably making peanuts. He's probably all non-union stuff, some of it being SAG. He's in Oklahoma. I guess Oklahoma put up tax breaks, and they're going crazy down there with shit. But one thing I admire about this John character is that he's not too good to do anything. I had a conversation with a friend of mine before the pandemic 2 years ago, and I asked him, why didn't he go to that audition? He's a young comic, always wanted to be gung-ho. I want to do this. So I asked him one day, I go, did you go? You got that audition, didn't you? Did you go? And he goes, nah, I didn't want to go because I didn't want to be known for being a fat guy. I go, I didn't want to be known for being a fat guy either. I ended up losing the weight. But when I got into this, I was the fat guy. You take your shirt off, you let your titties go up and down, people see the hair on your nipples. That's all a part of it. Don't be embarrassed. When people laugh at you, laugh at them. Go, A, number one, you didn't have the balls to do it. And number two, I got something that you don't have, and that's experience from doing it. I did all that shit. Look at the first Joe Rogan CD. Ain't I in there topless with my balls hanging out? I did it all. You cannot, dog, when half years didn't know I did a soap opera. Half years. Had no idea. I did industrial videos in Seattle. You know what industrial is? When some guy's talking and you're in the back making believe you're moving boxes for UPS. Me and Josh Wolf on a fucking Saturday morning, 1 hour shoots for fucking $125, and you gotta wait 3 months for the fucking check. Do it all. If you're gonna be a fireman, learn everything there is to be a fire. Light a fire. You ever light a fire? Go burn a house down. Learn. You have to know these things inside and out. You have to be confident. You could put me in any situation, and I could be confident. The other day, some lady came up to me at the gym. She goes, hey, man, I'm a cop. I need a big favor from you. I need for you to make a video for us. We do this thing. And I go, do you want me to do it at home? Or what? She goes, you could do it at home and then send it to me. I go, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Tell me what to say and we'll do it right now. And she looked at me weird. She goes, here? And I go, yeah, right here. I turned her around. I went against the wall. I go, tell me what I need to say. She told me, and I just fucking blurted out this 2-minute video for the police. And she's like, I go, thank you, cut. And she cut it, and she goes, how did you do that? She goes, I usually have to prepare for like 2 or 3 days and write stuff down. I made like some stupid remark to her, like, you know, who do you think you're dealing with, Joey Bananas? But when I got in the car, I go, how did I do that? 30 fucking years of experience, 30 years of, you ever know what it's like to go see a comic? You know how many times I went to see Ralphie May and he's like, you're doing 10 minutes? And you don't even have it in your mind that you're going to do a set, and now you're about to go up on stage in 2 minutes. You got to do some quick fucking thinking. So all those things that I thought were douchey to me and all that, they all come in later on and help you. So whatever you're going to dive into this week, just remember one thing. Put all your heart into it. You know, listen, I'm a hobbyist guitar player. I play a few fucking chords. I'm not looking to go to open mics or nothing. I'm embarrassed. But if this was going to be my life, I'd spend my hours taking the strings off and putting them back on, you know. I do all that shit because I want to know the insides and out of what I'm doing. That's what I did with comedy. That's what I did with acting. That's what I did with writing. That's what I did with, podcasting. That's what I did with storytelling. And I got the most out of it. And that's why today I consider myself like a choral belt. Like Eddie said to me yesterday. He goes, "You're a fucking choral belt, you and Joe." And it's a compliment. It makes me blush a little bit to say it. But I got to go back to what Catherine Narducci said. It's the fucking truth. I'm a fucking choral belt. So this is what the fuck I do. So the message for the week is, whatever you decide to dive into it 159 fucking percent. Whether it's the guitar, because it doesn't matter. At the end, you're just getting that dude that you think is ripping you off. Well, he's only giving me $50 for the gig. Yeah, but you're learning something. And 3 years from now, when you put that bitch out of fucking business, that's what you're going to do. You're going to put him out of business with all the things you learned from all the different people, because you had all these different fucking experiences. So don't worry about who's ripping you off. Think about how you're going to rip them off with your confidence. When you're around the UFC fighter, one thing I've always noticed about fighters, the first time I really noticed it was around BJ Penn. I was busting his balls and he did not get mad. Why? Because he was overconfident. He could blow on me and I could fucking die, BJ Penn. That's how tough that motherfucker is. But anyway, that's the Monday morning fucking podcast. That's today as Uncle Joey's Joint. I hope you enjoyed the message, and I hope you got something out of it. I'm always learning something from it. Like I said, last Wednesday's podcast was one of the best podcasts I've been involved in. It was a podcast I needed. I needed to hear that from somebody else. So I appreciate it. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch Catherine Narducci. Do not forget, Laughing Gas is stocked back at Ice Cream Shop, and the Many Saints in Newark will be out on October 1st. I will be putting a screening together for my high-tier Patreon people. I am going to hear something. They would not give me the first week of October because obviously they want all the fucking dough. So they offered me a weekday, which a lot of years can't go. So I'm trying to get it for a fucking Sunday so you could all make it. And I'll keep you motherfuckers posted. That's it, and that's that. Thank you for watching Uncle Joey's Joint. And now for a word from our motherfucking sponsors, Jack. All right, cocksuckers, thank you very much for listening to the podcast today. I'm good today. I was good, and so were you motherfuckers. It's Monday morning. I want you to fucking look at the week and say you're going to suck my dick this week. But before we get out of here, I want to talk to you about a few things. The joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion. From their menthol gel to the capsules to the bath salts to the creams to listen. If CBD Lion can get the CBD to you, they got every way to do it, possibly. You could smoke it with the sour space candy CBD reefer. It won't get you high. It'll just put CBD where it fucking needs it. The kinesiology tape. Listen, I could sit here for hours and go off about CBD Lion. It's all up to you. Go to the website, cbdlion.com. Read the third-party lab results. Read what they have to tell you about CBD, CBN, CBY, and you take it from there. Order, press in code Joey, and get 20% off, and it gets delivered right to your house with CBD Lion, the best CBD out in the market, the best CBD ointment that I've tried. They helped me with my surgery, and they can help you too with any of your little mishaps. CBD Lion. Go to their website right now, cbdlion.com. Press in code Joey. Get 20% off delivered right to your house. The joint is also brought to you by the best in the business, DraftKings. Why do I love DraftKings so much? Because they're safe, they're secure, they're reliable. They're the official sports betting partner of the NFL and the UFC. Why do I like them so much? They're trustworthy, and it's fucking fun. There's nothing wrong with putting $25 on a game and enjoying it and watching it. This week we have tons of action. We've got Robbie Lawler against Nick Diaz. You got Ortega against Volkanovski. You got some great fights on this card. You've got NFL football. You've got college football. You've got baseball. You've got I mean, listen, if you want action, DraftKings got it. It starts this week with UFC 266. DraftKings is offering new customers $150 in free bets instantly. Just bet $1 on any fight before the main event. What did you say? Any fight before the main event. What, you don't like the UFC? I get it. You don't want to see men wrestle in bikinis. Don't worry. DraftKings has you covered. They got great odds and promotions on football, baseball, playoff baseball, Major League Baseball, and golf. Plus, they got a casino that's second to none. Blackjack, roulette, fucking poker, 21, baccarat, Chinese ants, whatever. DraftKings got it. The official sports betting partner of the UFC. And if you bet at the NFL this week, bet $1 and get 200 in free credits. They're not stopping. DraftKings is going fucking off this season. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use promo code Joey to receive $150 in free bets instantly when you place $1 bet on UFC 266. That's promo code Joey to receive $150 in free bets instantly. If you rather go with the NFL, you bet $1 on any NFL game, they're going to give you $200. For a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook app. You got to be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Winnings paid out in site credits. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, I don't want you on here. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. If you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. If you have any problems, I want you to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app or the Fantasy app right now. That's a lot of fun also. Download it, press code Joey in, bet $1 and get 200 in credits if it's NFL, 150 if it's UFC. I love you guys. I want to thank CBD Lion. I want to thank DraftKings. But most importantly, I want to thank you fucking savages for always having my back. I love you, motherfuckers. Stay black. Tip top Magoo. I'll see you Wednesday, the 22nd.